Hi, and welcome to Joy in Style. We're so happy you're here.
I'm Claire.
And I'm Joy.
Today, we're sharing a few reflections as the year comes to a close.
3 things 2025 taught us about style, confidence, and learning to trust ourselves a little more in our clothes and in our lives. As this year wraps up, I've been thinking less about trends and more about what actually stayed with us. Not just what we wore, but what we learned about confidence, about our bodies, and about how we talk to ourselves when we get dressed. Because when the noise quiets at the end of the year, patterns start to surface. And what 2025 kept showing us, again and again, was that style isn't about getting it right. It's about learning to feel supported in your real life.
I feel that so deeply. I've been looking at my closet lately and realizing how much emotional weight I put on clothes this year. Some pieces feel hopeful, some feel stressful, and some honestly feel like reminders of things I didn't follow through on.
That's such an honest way to describe it. Clothes end up holding emotions we never meant to give them. Expectations, pressure, even self-judgment.
Yes, and I think at the end of the year, all of that becomes harder to ignore.
It really does. So today isn't about resolutions or fixing anything, it's a shared reflection. 3 things this year reminded us, gently, repeatedly, about style and confidence. Not as rules, but as truths we kept seeing come up again and again.
And the first one came up constantly, in conversations, in closets, and in frustration. It felt like trends were everywhere this year. Social media, stores, newsletters, and yet so many women still felt stuck. Why do you think that is?
Because trends move quickly, but people don't, bodies don't, preferences don't, energy doesn't. Trends aren't bad. They can be fun and inspiring, but they're incomplete information. They don't tell you how something will feel on you, in your life, on your body.
That really resonates. I think I was buying things because they were popular, not because they worked for me.
And you're not alone in that. When women don't have clarity around their proportions or their natural coloring, trends create more noise. You start asking, is it me? Or is it the clothes? Understanding your body shape and your color, not as labels, but as tools, removes so much guesswork. And the emotional shift isn't excitement, it's relief.
Relief over excitement. That's such a reframe.
Relief is where trust grows, and trust is what makes style sustainable. And once that realization lands, it naturally brings us to the second lesson. Because even with clarity, confidence can still feel out of reach if we keep postponing it.
Can we talk about one-day clothes? Because I think almost every woman I know has them.
Absolutely, and they usually come from a hopeful place, but they quietly postpone confidence. One-day clothes carry a message, I'll feel good later.
Like I was waiting for permission.
Exactly. Confidence isn't motivation-based, it's environment-based. Clothes that fit your body as it is right now reduce mental noise. They communicate self-respect. They let you move through your day without constant adjustment or self-criticism.
I never thought about it that way. It's like I was delaying comfort until I earned it.
And dressing for today doesn't mean giving up on growth. It means allowing support during change. Bodies shift, life changes. Style doesn't have to wait until everything feels settled.
That feels really compassionate and honestly, freeing.
It is. And it opens the door to the third lesson. Because once you stop waiting, you don't need big changes to move forward. So if someone feels overwhelmed, like their closet just feels heavy, where do they even start? They start small, always small. You don't need a new wardrobe. You don't need to reinvent yourself. Small, intentional shifts create safety. They're approachable. A neckline that opens the face, a color near your face that brings warmth instead of draining you, a slight change in proportion that suddenly feels balanced.
So it's not about becoming someone else. It's about feeling more like yourself.
Exactly. When someone experiences that quiet moment of, oh, this feels better, trust begins to grow. Confidence comes from repetition, not transformation. And when style feels supportive instead of demanding, it becomes sustainable, even joyful. As we move into the new year, we've been thinking a lot about how to support women more intentionally. Not louder, not trendier, but more thoughtfully.
It really does feel different than the usual New Year pressure.
That's intentional. We're working on a small thank you, something designed to help women start the year feeling supported, not overwhelmed. We'll share more soon.
If someone listening could take just one thing from this year, what would you want it to be?
Trust yourself, dress for today. Let style support you, not pressure you.
I love that.
And we truly love to hear from you. What did this year teach you about your own style or confidence? You can share it in the comments or send us a message. Your reflections shape what we create next. Because when style feels like support instead of pressure, confidence stops being something you chase and starts being something you live.